This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here, joined by the great Shaquille O'Neal and the equally great Kenny the Jet Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Utah Jazz. And for Utah, more than solid play for them of late. 7 wins in their last 10 outings, making their mark and playing well. And the Jazz signing their young talent to contract extensions and acquiring veterans to complement them. It kind of feels like they're finally put the finishing touches on the roster.
You know what funny thing about it, Ernie, I've been asked to move the front office a lot, and that's why it's tough. I wouldn't do it. I possibly wouldn't do it because the work is never done. You got to just keep working and working all the time and trying to find new angles. And, they got a lot of depth now, but it's still not done.
So it's too much work. I'd much rather be doing this.
Well, I wouldn't say much rather but I just like you guys better.
Yeah, we do too.
Yeah.
And, the question you have to ask yourself, do they have the stars with the talent? That's the question you got to ask. Do they have enough stars to win? It's tough to dominate without superstars.
See how much easier it was to just say that?
Yeah, you're right.
Here's Kevin Harlan, also a man of few words.
Do you have a cold?
No.
Jazz coming in from out of town on this one, an interconference game today. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. So for the Jazz in this matchup, they got to be feeling pretty good as they won that last outing against Chicago.
And they cruised to a big win in their last meeting, getting that opposing starting lineup out of the game early with foul trouble.
You can bet that was their game plan from the get-go. Don't be shocked if they're aggressive again today as well.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Utah, the tough defending Favors and Gobert make up the big men. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Ingles in at the 3 slot. Dunn passes to Portis. Outside, Levine. Passes it to Portis. Favors with the rebound. Bulls on D. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
When you look at the stats, they just really set out to control the edge on the glass, and they did just that.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity. I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
The wide open look here for Ingles. No good on the 3. Bulls still looking like they're getting going. 6-point game.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Dunn misses, and there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. Jazz have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
And that one is good. On defense, Chicago, trailing by 4. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Now, here's Ingles. Tight defense on him. Here's Mitchell. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Now Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Levine against Ingles. Levine passes to Portis. Top of the key, done. Over Favors. There's Portis. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it on the fast break chance. And here's Ingles outside. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Ingles has got his second bucket of the night.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Valentine dishes to Lopez. Pass to Valentine. Back to Lopez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got his first points in this one.
And Dunn is spectacular, seeking contact and getting it. Even more impressive that he makes these shots as well.
Now here's Gobert. Playing Milwaukee, he was nearly unstoppable. Mitchell kicks to Favors. The jump hook. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Portis has got 3 rebounds now in this one. He had stolen by Ingles. Out to the wing. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Gobert, the screen. Ingles up top. He's got 5. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
And a strong screen set by Gobert has added solid muscle to his frame.
Portis kicks to Dunn. Lopez a screen to the wing on the left from deep. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Ingles. Putting up about 10 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Here's Rubio after Denzel Valentine's bucket. Ingles with the ball. He's coming off a 13-point game against Milwaukee. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Levine. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1. Well, Steve, you are known for ball handling at 6'7". It seems like we're seeing more and more big players with that kind of skills. Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia as he begins to come back in his rehab. Of course, LeBron James. Why do you think that's the case? The taller guys handling the ball and with great success.
You know, Kevin, I think it's because now guys are not in the box. I don't think you have positions. It's positionless basketball. And guys want to be able to dribble the basketball, shoot the basketball, and they work on their game. I know kind of in my era, the big guys just stayed in the paint. The guards handled the basketball. And then kind of the 2 and the 3 were the only guys that did a lot of different things. But I think right now, guys are learning the game from such a young age to be able to do it all. And that's the reason why we're seeing more triple doubles.
Shot clock at 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. 5th, the Jazz.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Gobert, the screen. Rubio, the pass to Sefolosha. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Hood. There's the triple. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
You know, Thabo Sefolosha is one of the best defensive wings in the league. His offense is just good enough to keep him on the floor.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Markkanen, he's checked in for Lopez. Justin Holiday comes in for Valentine. Grant, he's checked in for Levine. And G's subbed in for Dunn. Here's Rubio. Lays it in off the breakaway.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now, here's Grant. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Sefolosha, for a couple seasons in Oklahoma City before that with the Bulls, was shooting over 40% from 3. Stevie hasn't been able to sustain that shooting range long term, though.
Yeah, you're right. Back in 2015, as you remember, he broke his ankle, but he's still playing good basketball, though. He's a quality veteran to have on your squad.
Sefolosha with it, guarded by Holiday. The offensive rebound, Jerebko. It's deflected.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Now here is Holiday. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Mirotic has a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Mirotic has got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. To Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. He dishes it to Sefolosha. Second chance shot, and Gobert with the lay-in. And the Jazz lead by 9.
And with his nightly size advantage, no surprise that Gobert is such a phenomenal rebounder.
G, no good. Utah has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Hood dishes to Rubio. Gobert, the screen. Nice ball movement by Utah. Got a piece of it. And the whistle stops gameplay. It's not a clean block shot. Instead, a shooting foul. And we'll see free throws coming up right here. Well, Rudy Gobert has apparently blocked the shots of about half the players in the NBA. And, Steve, if you ask him, he can tell you who he's gotten.
He takes a lot of pride in it. Fortunately, that reflects in his work ethic. And with his physical tools and his love for the game, he has a chance to be special. Well, Rudy Gobert, drafted the 27th pick in the 2013 draft. The Jazz looked at him as just a project, but his development has been rapid.
Now here is Sefolosha. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Gobert, the screen. Now here is Sefolosha, guarded by Holiday. And no good that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Gobert may be the most impactful defender in the NBA. Steve, do you think he has a chance to become the best international player in this league?
You know, I think if his offense can catch up with his defense, he's transformed the Jazz into one of the elite defensive teams in the NBA. So, yes, I think he has a chance. It all depends on his offense.
Jerebko kicks to Hood. For 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter. A steal. Now here is Cephalosha. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Outside Hood. Gobert with a screen on Grant. Rubio left side. Gobert the pass to Rubio. Hood kicks to Rubio. To the middle. Feeds to Jerebko. The drive by Rubio. And it comes off the front of the rim. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Jazz out in front. They're up by 8. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. The second quarter beginning in just a moment. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
I mean, a solid first quarter, especially looking at that plus turnover ratio.
Take care of the basketball, being disruptive on D. That combination has them out in front.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. 8-point game. They've got Markkanen. G is out there with Grant. Then there's Mirotic. And it's Holiday in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Hood. Following the miss by Nikola Mirotic. Cephalosha kicks to Hood. Johnson at the elbow. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And Joe Johnson with a long and illustrious career like yourself, Smitty. He had the very good years in Atlanta. When you think of Joe Johnson, what comes to mind?
You know, the first thing is he has great handles for a player of his size. The crossover, able to get the defenders on their heels, and he does it in slow-mo. But he can score from anywhere. ISO Joe Johnson in his mid-30s, but he's still a closer. You need a game winner, put the ball in his hands.
And Joe Johnson, Steve, able to get his shot off anytime.
You know his nickname, Kevin, is ISO Joe. He has great size, and more than anything, it's his confidence. Trust me, he's very accustomed to scoring with a hand in his face.
Grant against Burks. And it's Hood in the corner. It's stolen by G. Over to the wing. Here's Mirotic. Grant outside. The dish to G. Screen by Grant to the wing on the left. Outside Holiday. Here's Markkanen. Makes it off the glass.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Jazz leading by 7. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Hood kicks to Johnson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Chicago calls timeout. And with all the young, talented players in the NBA, so much upside for the league, for the individuals, for the team, Smitty. Which players do you think have just scratched the surface of their potential?
I think a guy you look at is Kristaps Porzingis. I think Joel Embiid. I look at Jabari Parker, another guy. I think Julius Randle with the Lakers is a guy who's just scratching that surface. Those guys have a chance to be great.
Chicago making a switch here. Portis is checked in. Just 5 to shoot. Markkanen dishes to Mirotic. It's good. Mirotic has got 7.
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Here's Mitchell. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Lets it go from 11. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. And the Jazz lead by 9. G kicks to Markkanen. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Well, look, you got to keep marking it out of the paint. He's just too big on that block and imposes his will.
Mitchell passes to Burks. Now the feed to Johnson. Shoots over Markkanen. A shot by Johnson, no good.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Burks with the steal. Pass to Mitchell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Utah, they have shot 2 of 5 from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. He doesn't get the second one.
You know, the Jazz, one of the best run franchises in basketball. They operate in a small market, but still one of the top 6 winningest organization in NBA history.
Now, here is Mirotic. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Boston. Markkanen kicks to Holiday. He had stolen by Ingles. Lays it in off the breakaway. Ingles has got 9.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
From deep three-point range. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut to just 7 on the basket for Mirotic. And Steve, talking about the Jazz in Salt Lake City trying to hold on to big-name players. They lose all-star Gordon Hayward this past summer. And then you might recall Dominique Wilkins, who was drafted by the Jazz. He didn't want to play there.
Well, you know, the good news is you can focus on basketball, not too many distractions. And it's a beautiful city, safe with loyal fans and a chance to win. And that can't happen. Listen, the wide open chip shot.
To the paint and taken away by Johnson. Here's Burks. No good on that one. Excellent D there from Holiday.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Burks' shot is good. Burks has got his first basket of the night.
And we talk about this a lot. Turnovers leading to transition points.
I love the anticipation right there for the pick. Then he wastes no time getting up court.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Robin Lopez is checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Mirotic. Zach LaVine's checked in for Justin Holiday. And Chris Dunn subbed in for G. Nice shot by Portis.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Johnson kicks to Favors. And there's the foul. It'll go on Denzel Valentine. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. Here's Burks. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's LaVine. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LaVine's got his first bucket in this one.
And you like to see this from LaVine, attacking in the paint with confidence.
So here's Burks. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Overdone. And the shot no good, a bit short. On the wing, LaVine. He kicks to Valentine. Outside, LaVine. Off the screen, and the jam by LaVine.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Well, they knew they weren't just going to be given this game. They had to go out and take it, and they're close.
Here's Mitchell. 5 points in the game. Dishes to Burks. 11 feet out, and he hits it.
Alec very comfortable shooting from mid-range. That's a shot he can get with his driving ability.
Bulls trail by 4. And stolen by Favors. Burks with it. Working on Portis. Burks can't get it to go.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
There's the screen. Great D that time from Favors.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Derek Favors missing about a month last season with the bone contusion in his left knee.
You know, that's why his numbers took a dip last season. Normally, he's improved year after year. Still young despite his years in the league.
Now, here's Burks. Wasted no time on that one. Burks has got 6 in the quarter.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Dunn kicks to Levine. To halt the run. Here's Lopez, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
They are just killing them on the interior.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Mirotic comes in for Denzel Valentine. And it's Jaren Grant in for Dunn. Well, the NBA we know has incredible competition, and more times than not, it's more serious than anything else, and you're so locked in. But Steve, right, there are moments of levity that everybody can kind of laugh at, correct?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think the one thing is having a teammate go to that free throw line, shooting an air ball, and him glancing over at the bench, and, you know, nobody wants to laugh at times, but depending on the game, you just bust out laughing, and then he goes up there and shoots it really hard to make sure he doesn't have an air ball. And then the one when you're passing the basketball and the teammate is not looking and you're catching right in the choppers. That's the one everybody laughs about the most.
How about you personally? Any moment that either you were laughing or people were laughing at something that happened to you on the floor?
You know, I had this one, we call it a flat tire, Kevin. I was led. Teammate Brevin Knight threw it out and I couldn't stop and my legs wobbled. I fell, I caught it and went out of bounds. That's the one I think for me was the funniest. It just wasn't funny when it happened.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Rubio. Lauri Markkanen unable to get his last shot to go. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. Gobert the screen. And the pass to Hood. Shot clock at 6. Back to Sefolosha. The 3. Markkanen pulls it in.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Utah leading by 7. Rubio left side. Some solid defense from Grant.
And this is one of those times where the coach has got to preach, be unselfish.
And we don't know that he hasn't. Maybe it's been falling on deaf ears. Guys taking ill-advised jump shots. That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Fires from 14. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Gobert's got 5 points in the quarter. Here's G, covered by Rubio, and he's good on the 3-ball. 15 points for Nikola Mirotic.
The outside shot is effortless for Mirotic. He makes it look so easy.
And Rubio kicks to Jerebko. Rubio outside. They set the pick. Now here is Sefolosha. He's tightly guarded. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. G dishes to Mirotic. Here's G from deep, and that's not going to go.
Using all of that 6'4" frame, Ricky Rubio was all over that one.
And so it's Utah with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, your team is competing at a very high level. What do you think that's happening?
Well, you know, we're trying to defend, and you know, we've been a little bit fortunate too that missed some shots, but you know, more than anything, we just want to try to guard and make it hard on them.
Got to make them feel you. Thanks, Quinn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime
Hey
Show.
again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Utah finds themselves ahead after 2 quarters. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what's your take?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, I thought the one bright spot was the effort on the glass. Several times when momentum was sliding, getting a timely rebound really lifted them. The strong work on the glass is key because that's how you string together a series of big stops.
And now, folks, just moments away from the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You know, Mirotic has been exceptional here, guys.
Scoring consistently from range. He really lit it up there in the first half.
Yeah, the defense has to adjust, extend out to him in the second half, and that could create a lot of floor spacing.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Bulls trail by 6. Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Ingles at small forward with Favors at the 4. Mitchell is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Gobert in at the center, filling out the middle.
The Jazz play just about the slowest pace in the league. Not many fast break points. They look to grind it out in the half court.
And when the Jazz set up their offense, they love to get into the paint.
Well, they play bully ball. They want to get inside and force the issue. Whether it's driving or dropping it off, they're looking to get it in close and get to the line.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dame, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
Now here's Favors. Shot clock at 5. Favors with the screen. Here's Mitchell. Good D by Lopez.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Portis kicks to Levine. Lopez right side. Here's Dunn. Banked in off the glass. Dunn's got his second basket of the game. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It hasn't been an easy road.
And just another example, Kevin, of how they built this lead, just outworking.
Greg, that was definitely an effort play right there. You talk about that all the time, fighting to get proper position, then slamming home the putback.
Sheer hustle and will out there. He wanted the ball more, and he went up and got it with some style.
And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
You know, ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. On the wing, Ingles. Kicks to Gobert. 5 on the clock. Here's Favors.
Just 1 for 4 since the break. They are looking for better efficiency on the offensive end.
Lopez passes to Levine. He feeds it to Dunn. Over Rubio. Lopez kicks to Levine. There's Portis. And And no good, and a chance to take the lead. Jazz have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break.
And Utah adding another terrific defender this summer, trading for point guard Ricky Rubio. Rubio on a bargain contract the next 2 years. A nice move by the Jazz's front office. And another thing with Rubio, the Jazz love to score with the pass. Few better playmakers in the league than Double R. Some might harp on his shooting, but he's a quality starting point guard.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
And he's good on the second. And here is Dunn. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Levine kicks to Dunn. Back to Levine. Dunn with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Clock at 4. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Dunn.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Jazz shooting not great, 40% for the game. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Passes to Ingles. Pass to Favors. And the layup is good.
And while Favors has developed his outside shot, right there in the paint is his comfort zone.
Pass to Portis. He dishes it to Dunn. Lopez a screen. Dunn passes to Lopez. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Here's Mitchell, guarded by Levine. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. And it's Mitchell missing.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Levine dishes to Dunn. In the corner, Valentine with it. Now, here's Dunn, covered by Rubio. Dunn misses.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Mitchell. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Now here's Levine. Now Dunn. He has 6. Gobert with the block. It's good, and the Jazz lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Portis. Jazz have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvement, certainly. Now, here's Rubio. Not a lot of room. Gobert, the screen. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. 14 points for Rudy Gobert. Dunn passes to Levine. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And this team, they trust each other. Even down big, they have the ability to come back, and they have so far.
And here is Ingles. After the three-pointer from Zach LaVine. Here's Favors. Rebound by the Bulls. Lopez has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Dunn kicks to Valentine. Six on the shot clock. For the lead. And the layup is up and in. Valentine's got 7 points in the game.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Well, they came in with a strong game plan, made adjustments when they needed to, and kept the crowd out of their heads.
So for the Bulls, Markkanen, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Mirotic comes in for Valentine. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jerebko's checked in for Favors. Cephalosha comes in for Joe Ingles. Rodney Hood's checked in for Mitchell. And it's Burks in for Ricky Rubio. So here's Burks. 6 points for him. And Gobert kicks to Burks. That's a 2 from Hood. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Hood's got the game tied up here for Utah.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Utah's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd, still 0 for 3. Burks dishes to Hood. Stolen by Grant, and here we go. The Bulls fast break. Grant leading the charge.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball. Now here's Hood. 5 points in the game, and the shot goes in. And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from time to time. What was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He's a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
Mirotic, and so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last. Feeds it to Markkanen. Grant kicks to Markkanen. 5 to shoot. For 3, Levine. But they recover it. Markkanen passes to Levine. Lopez a screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Mirotic. And it's off from three-point range. Jazz shooting a troubling 38% in the 3rd. Not the finest work of this offense.
The explosive leaping of Burks serves him well in completing plays like that.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Jazz coach Quinn Snyder bounced around as an NBA assistant coach. 4 different teams, never staying more than a year. He got his education working under so many great coaches.
Markkanen kicks to Grant. Now the dish to Levine. Back to Grant. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Lopez a screen. Grant dishes to Markkanen. Chicago keeps it going. A new 24-second clock. Bucket is good. Grant's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Burks the pass to Jerebko. Cephalosha kicks to Hood. Lopez with the steal. Here's the break. Mirotic dishes to Grant. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Mirotic sets the screen for Levine. 6 on the shot clock. And Mirotic kicks to Lopez. Grant with the ball. And Burks picks him up defensively. Gobert with the block. There's 45 seconds left to play in the 3rd. The feed now to Jerebko. Hood the pass to Cephalosha. Jerebko kicks to Burks. Gobert with a screen for Burks. Dishes to Gobert. The shot comes out. Good D by Lopez.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And stolen by Hood. And here's the fast break. Cephalosha leading the way. He kicks it to Burks. Outside Hood. Launches a 3. Here's Gobert.
Lopez can be such a thorn in your side with his defensive presence.
It's off, and we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Jazz lead by 1. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Everybody keep shooting the ball, all right? Jumpers will go, all right? They come in flurries. You miss a couple, you make a couple, all of a sudden, bam, bam.
On to keep it fast and loose, Quinn Snyder asking his guys to stay aggressive on offense.
And you have to take the shots that the system is designed to create. If you don't, everybody gets bogged down, and that creates much bigger problems.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Portis is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Markkanen. Then it's G, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. And there's the pass to Mirotic. Trains the three-pointer. Mirotic has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. Works with it. Outside Hood. Gobert with a screen for Hood. From deep, Johnson. Offensive rebound. Chicago leading. G dishes to Markkanen. Kicks to G. Mirotic, the pass to G. And the 3 off target. The Jazz have gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Johnson kicks to Hood. Wide open. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. There's the triple. Mirotic's shot is off. Outside Hood. Johnson double teamed. He feeds it to Burks. Burks with the steal. Sefolosha with it. Now defended by Markkanen. Johnson a wide open look. The Jazz with another miss. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Takes a 3. Bulls with the first shot clock. Gobert with the block. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Mirotic grabs the miss.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Utah calls timeout.
And when Mirotic first came over to the NBA, he made a big splash, showed that he can act as that stretch 4 and contribute. Unfortunately, he just hasn't evolved as a player since that rookie year.
And for Mirotic, a lot of his lack, Greg, of progression as a player has come from inconsistency.
And you can see it in his field goal percentage as well as when he plays. It needs to find more consistency in every facet of the game. But young enough, I think, to still make that happen.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Lopez, he's checked in for Markkanen. Valentine comes in for Mirotic. Bean's checked in for Justin Holiday, and it's done in for G. Utah also making some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Sefolosha. Mitchell comes in for Hood, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Alec Burks. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. Told him, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play, defended the shot, and then finished it off with the rebound.
Passes it to Mitchell to tie it up. He lays it in. Mitchell's got the game tied up here for the Jazz.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
That's good from Valentine. And last year, the Bulls, Greg, just didn't threaten anyone from outside.
And I think a big problem has just been personnel. You know, some of the guys they brought in as shooters just really haven't panned out, and that lack of shooting from deep is why this offense can grow stagnant at times.
They set the pick. Mitchell kicks to Favors. The offensive rebound. Pass to Ingles to take the lead. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Dunn dishes to Lopez. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. And the Bulls lead by 1. Utah's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And Rubio kicks to Favors. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. On the wing, Levine. And Levine throws it down.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Utah shooting a paltry 33% in the 4th. Not a good showing for this offense. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. The shot comes out, and Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. Now here's Levine. Dunn takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. Pass to Mitchell. There's the pick. Left side Favors. He dishes it to Gobert. Here's Mitchell, guarded by Levine. Favors with a screen on Levine. Second chance shot, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Have to be careful when Favors shows you his shooting form. He is very effective at drawing contact with his pump fake. You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot, so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
That free throw, no good. And Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward, or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position, but I think right now, nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
Markkanen, he's checked in for the Bulls. And the second free throw, good.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
Dunn kicks to Valentine. In the corner, it's Levine. To the wing right side. Markkanen. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Nice ball movement by Utah. Now, here's Ingles. Defense is right there. Rubio left side. Another miss by Utah.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Inside, here's Markkanen. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now, here's Rubio. Gobert with a screen for Ingles. Feeds to Gobert. It's deflected. Here's Valentine. Markkanen passes to Valentine. And here is Dunn. Over to the left wing. Valentine dishes to Dunn. Another three for Chicago.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Utah calls timeout.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately, really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
We've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Lauri Markkanen.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
What an injection of energy he gave them off the bench. And for a team mired in a very tough stretch, you can't say enough about how much they needed someone to show that kind of fight. Mirotic is checked in for Denzel Valentine. And Favors has it in the corner. They need this.
In addition to his post moves and mid-range touch, Favors also takes it strong to the cup.
Dunn kicks to Levine, out to the wing. Off target from three-point range.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the three, and we're seeing why.
Rubio right side. Puts one up from 19, and it's Chicago with the rebound. Lopez outside. The dish to Dunn. Now Markkanen, the feed to Dunn. 5 on the clock.
I love seeing Dunn use his creative side to get these calls. He is simply amazing at putting defenders in a tough spot.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. Rodney Hood's checked in for Mitchell. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
Gobert the screen. And Rubio kicks to Favors. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Gets the first, and that brings them within single digits.
Well, you know, he's the former 3rd overall pick out of Georgia Tech. Favors has made steady improvement, productive at the 4 and the 5 spot.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
Markkanen passes to Levine. Dunn kicks to Lopez. And that one drops. And the Bulls lead by 11.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
1:21 left in the 4th quarter. Gobert the screen. Favors with a screen on Mirotic. Ingles. He doesn't hit that one. Good D by Lopez.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Chicago.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this is a great team effort by everyone.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Lauri Markkanen.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
Al Levine following the three-point attempt by Rodney Hood. Levine kicks to Mirotic. Offline with his 3.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it. Utah calls timeout. They're down by 9. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Works for 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Markkanen with it. Shoots the 3. No good. So the Bulls win it. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time